byth ers hynny wedi bod yn un o'r ychydig perfformwyr Cymreig sydd wedi canolbwyntio'n llwyr ar yrfa ganu. Heno ar dan yr wyneb, menyw sydd ag un o leisiau gorau Cymru. No,
travelling at speeds of up to 80 miles an hour, but you'd think she'd taken to it like a duck to water. But behind the effortless display, there are hundreds of hours of intensive training, leading, she hopes, to be world number one.
The last years of the GLC were marked by a series of long-running battles with the government, not just over policy, but over naked people, like there's a naked man over there.
This is the first time in anyone's memory that a serving Prime Minister has come to Northern Ireland in the course of a general election campaign. Party sources say this is not a normal campaigning trip, but 3 days out from an election, how can it be seen as anything different?
How many injuries have you had in your career?
Not too many fatal injuries, but obviously I've had...
So it provides an environmentally acceptable solution and a secure solution.
How much would something like this cost?
I'm gonna clue.
All right. Okay, we're now running, okay? Would you like to be called Margarita?
Margarita.
What sort of changes do you notice in people when they take part in something like this?
I haven't run one before.
And in radiocarbon terms, that gives a very high degree of confidence, a statistical probability of 95% confidence, apparently.
I'm all right touching this.
Well, you shouldn't really.
We've got young Otis Gibson, the fast bowler. He plays with Glamorgan. So I think it would be something useful.
How's that going to change the attack?
I think if you're not completely financially illiterate, you'll realise that it will come back in the... We'll be able to attract more freight back onto the railways, which will mean environmentally it'll be much more desirable. Do you want to start it again?
No. We'll change shot on that.
Kathleen, you had a great career as an opera singer, and then something went wrong. What was that?
Well, in the late summer of 1995, I started feeling quite unwell, and I went to my GP and was taken into Charing Cross Hospital with a large tumour.
And what was the trouble?
Nothing to do. Practical tip number 17. Give them a beach ball.
This is one of Britain's newest cash crops, willow. And what's really exciting about it is that with the aid of a little technology, this could be made to power this.
But there's a couple of general points to make about equipment anyway. Yeah. I mean, any machine which is used, you need just to have a look at the potential source of accidents. Things like, is there a good mounting step?
Yeah.
Hornets rarely attack people, actually. And what you generally find is that they're much more friendly than bees or wasps. And often people like to call them the gentle giants of the insect world.
If you've been one of the regular viewers of It's in Practice, then you might remember that I'm not used to horses. This is Buster, and Buster is one of these animals that quite a few people that... Ow! Ow! It's my horse! In my hand.
Dolly the sheep is already a legend in her own field. The first of a flock.
It can be, yes. It takes quite a lot to learn it, but once you've sort of
got the hang of it, it can be quite easy.
I mean, it's really, really neat, isn't it? And you've used a bit of straw down there
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Is that just to give it some stiffness?
Yes,
Yeah.
it helps to keep the hair in as well.
Yeah, that's right. Do you use it in your own plait?
No, I'm tempted.
Let me have a feel of this. It's really, really, really dense, isn't
Yes,
it? Yeah?
yes, it is.
Yeah? Absolutely wonderful.
The Agriculture Minister has announced millions of pounds of aid for farmers who say their industry is in crisis. But some say it's too little, too late. We'll have more.
There's no doubt pennyworth is nasty stuff, but you can help in the fight against it. Over the next couple of weeks, while the plant is fully grown, if you spot it in a river or a ditch or a pond, then make a note of where it is and phone up the Environment Agency. They'd love to hear from you. I've seen some over here.
Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has addressed the nation, blaming the President and the Chief Justice for the constitutional crisis in Pakistan. Mr Sharif indirectly accused the President of trying to destabilise the government.
Now, other news from around Europe. The British Foreign Secretary, Malcolm Rifkin, has been in Paris today. He saw President Chirac, and afterwards he said that there were... Oh, you stupid little... Oi. Barre-toi, barrez-vous, hein?
Now, of all the world's birds, the humble pigeon doesn't usually generate much excrement. Much excitement. It's found almost everywhere and is often seen as a pest, the pigeon, that is.
The report also recommends that youngsters like Reese should be treated by dedicated paediatric teams instead of staff who also treat adults. Its recommendations have been accepted in full by the government, which next month carries out a review into which hospitals should be the dedicated regional centres of excellence. Matthew Hill, BBC News, Bristol.
And our correspondent, John Sopel, is in Washington.
Hello.
Donald McCormick joined me and Nicky Marks for The World Today, and the day America's third most powerful politician, Newt Gingrich, finds out if he can keep his job as Speaker of the House of Representatives, despite admitting unethical conduct. The decisive vote is expected shortly. Also in the programme, the East German master spy, Markus Wolf, returns to court to plead not guilty to charges from the Cold War. And amid Orthodox Christmas celebrations, the Serbs... Oh, hell.
Sixth formers and college graduates training for a teaching career is falling fast. To find out why, the National Union of Teachers is interviewing thousands of young people to find out why teaching is such a turn-off. The head of the NUT's Education Department is John Bangs. He's in our central London studio. He was in our central London studio, but he seems to have disappeared.
And we're hoping, desperately hoping, that Richard Branson can speak to us now from his balloon. Mr. Branson, give us a progress report if you can. Well, I did tell you we were desperately hoping. I didn't understand the word of that. Perhaps you did, but we'll press on.
Is an attempt to record a 15-second trail, which I mention only because I've presented series which haven't lasted as long as this.
Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands Today.
A neighbour's photos and video convicts a man of cruelty to his pet dog. Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands Today.
A neighbour's photos and video convicts a man of cruelty to his pet dog.
Cute.
Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands... Sorry. I've never done that before. That was all you. Do it again. Come on, do it again. I'm all right now.
No, quite, can't be live. Come on, go for it.
I can't do this live.
You're going to have to
Just
in a
think
minute.
something awful.
Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands Today.
You did it. Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
This is awful. It's truly awful.
Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands Today.
A neighbour's photos and video convicts a man of cruelty to his pet. Hello, I'm Quentin Rayner.
And I'm Kate Squire. Tonight on East Midlands Today.
A neighbour's photos and video convicts a man of cruelty to his pet dog.
And we book an appointment with Casper the cat, who's got everybody talking down at his local library.
We'll bring you the full story in half an hour.
And up sounds. And mix. Shut the mics. Who's looking there?
Fine, dry and sunny start across. That shouldn't happen. Hello, she's taking it again. Look, she's back again. Let me tell her. Oh, you listen to her. Come on, Suzanne, take it away. Never mind. It's going to be dry and sunny in the south, isn't it, Suzanne?
Do be careful tonight. Tim.
Well, it's Gargi, actually.
There's quite a lot of sunshine around too, but a little bit more in the way of patch of cloud than we have become used to. I've got your name, and I've got your name. I hope your parents are somewhere near.
And it's warm and wet in London this morning. Let's find out how Isabel Lang is. Warm and wet as well?
Temperatures a little bit higher in the south than today, up to around 9, 10 or 11 Celsius. That's the low 50s Fahrenheit. Unfortunately, I can't leave you with the summary, but if I could tell you it's going to be bright with some wintry showers in the far north.
And that's news so far this morning. Let's have a quick look at today's weather. Many places will be cloudy this morning, and there could be little drizzle for a while. This afternoon will be dry with some sunny spells expected at times, especially in the west of the region.
Not much of a laughing matter. But in fact, this is... We're just trying to get Isabel onto her special podium.
Yes, you have to understand, Isabel has to stand on the stand. It's a little platform, and she's climbing up on it now.
It's a miracle.
And
Comedy of our own.
She's now adult height and can give us the weather. Isabel.
I need a rest.
Resumed this morning, both sides had putts for birdie threes. The Americans didn't make theirs, but here's Lee Westwood with a chance of European victory, 3 and 2. If that fly doesn't get off the end of my... No.
Exposing the pastors who are more interested in filling their pockets than their pews. On Black Britain tonight, we ask, whatever happened to faith, hope and charity?
Chancellor Cole is preparing to push through his programme of cuts in spite of all protests. His own people, it's a clear message that leaner times are on the way. For the rest of you, please go away!
Well, you'll have to wait till later in the show to find out who were the winning girls. Before that, a little history. From the suffragettes to Spice, every decade has had its female icons. Now, that really it up.
Looking at the stars as a physicist has always led me into deeper questions about the universe. Questions such as, why is the universe in...
News West gets you close to the sporting action.
So you've just passed your test, you've never been on a motorway before, and you're then able to go out and join just this sort of traffic.
Love it or loathe it, for millions of Britons who travel to the continent each year, the euro is a...
Helen was lucky. At least she now has the chance of a new life. But there are 250 other people on the waiting list for this operation, some of them children, all of them desperately ill. There's an acute shortage of donor organs. Doctors...
This is another thing. You're driving along, you know that awful feeling when you're driving along the motorway and you start to get drowsy? Well, this is the answer. Plug this into your dashboard, put that under your feet and set the alarm. When it goes off, that alerts you, and you press that and you stop it. Keeps you awake. Finally, very quickly, stop, quiet, stop it. Got it. Now, very quickly. Bottle of champagne. How do you open it? Well, you do it like this. This is the easy way to do it. Sorry about that thing keeping big.